I am 100% positive we have it fixed. Yeah, it's everything set again. Right. Now we start.
Yeah, you can hear the game sound now, Joe.
I'll lower the volume. Yeah, Davin, the county council.
Stop. You're not getting anywhere with this, von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen.
Oh, she definitely looks brutal, though.
Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
Huh, that's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the
no,
time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've
So
stolen
apparently you have to
something
watch
from me
everything.
that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling it at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. Alright?
Some noses, though.
Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know,
What's that map in the background?
I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened the shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
How can he not hear that?
Von Borchert!
Hear what?
Von Borchert! Listen.
They're trying to whisper in the game.
Let's make a
It's
deal.
like, it's one of those things, as long as the camera isn't on the other guy, he can't
I'll
hear
tell
him.
you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero?
Nice, Peter.
Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Act.
Let me do this.
Trust her.
me.
Act or trust? Act or trust? Do I trust the mother? Do I act? Okay, trust her.
Trust.
Please,
I did.
be my guest, Mother.
Okay, I've unlocked a trait. Trust him. What? Why you bring a knife to a gunfight?
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
But why didn't she shoot him?
How do you feel, Mother?
Couldn't be better.
Ooh.
He's alive.
I was
so I
right.
can question him after
You
we
were.
get back. Pity he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother.
Oh
You know
my
what?
God.
I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No, even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother,
User
you're no
disconnected
spring
from your
chicken
channel.
anymore.
Come on, let's go home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to von Borchert.
It's like getting the Stargate SG-1 music. Okay, so I imagine the whole game is going to revolve around this island.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Episode 1, the mad ones.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think about it.
Contrary to what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Oh, here we
Well
go.
now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir
What's a tattoo
Holm,
on his
the
hand?
invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Business, personal.
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I
It's a bit
promise
harsh.
it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
Do I turn the question? Yeah.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right.
Jesus, what kind of a party is this going to be?
This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment.
Oh, I upset him.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Ah!
Oh.
Are you all right?
Whoa. What am I, hungover?
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So?
Okay, it's done.
Did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah. No one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right.
Okay, so this is obviously a flashback.
Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Whoa.
You.
Louis, are you alright? What's going on?
Hey, Foxy, how then?
Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry.
He just had blood coming out of his nose, and he obviously just had a psychotic episode.
Why don't you just go on ahead and I'll
She just says,
catch
"Are
up
you
with
alright?"
okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
God, he has a thing
Am
about
I
his
going
mother.
crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Oh, okay.
Louis,
Yeah,
during
go
the
good.
trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Whoa, okay. Diplomat. Shines in society, talented speaker, avoids faux pas. Occultist is a master of deception. Choosing a class defines your basic skills. Detective. Diplomat. Diplomat unlocks the conviction, linguistic, 7 effort points. Okay. Etiquette, politics, diversion, linguistics. Probably needed diversion. Okay, we've only one left. Etiquette or politics? Politics. Item added inventory.
Well, I've devoted myself to the interests of France to the best of my abilities. A few years ago, I had a brush with some of your fellow countrymen.
Counter-revolutionaries, I'd imagine.
Exactly. They got away, thanks to a little diversion I came up with to keep the sans-culottes away.
Believe me, they came close to adorning the walls of the catacombs of Paris.
So that young French diplomat was you? The mercy you showed the agents of the Queen roused the admiration of the court. Few would have let them leave France alive.
Duchess, I'm surprised that anyone still remembers.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
No.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Oh my god.
Well, I must say, you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No, sorry. I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
Okay,
I am
William
so
Pitt, who's
sorry,
that?
Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Oh, that clearly mattered. Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Select the object that is most suggestive of the situation you want to discover them. Opportunities do not consume effort points to access the skill required. Okay. Oh. Okay.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Each person you meet in the island have their own personality, which makes them vulnerable. Immune if your personality goes. Oh, okay.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother. Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
You obtain talents when carrying out certain actions from to review. Okay. Now there was something shiny back here. Royal jelly. Ah, okay. Anything else shiny?
A Chinese coin, recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
Okay. We collect coins. How about this? Oh. Did I hear something? Let's keep going.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Oh. Wow. Royal jelly.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Okay.
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What do you know about
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island.
2 weeks?
But sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Your skills. Access to unique choices of actions cost higher effort points. Browse your skills. Okay. Okay, so I can't ask this question because it's locked. So
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Okay, I can't ask those two questions.
That handkerchief belongs to me. Please hand it over now.
But, sir,
I'll speak directly to your master about it. It will be a very long conversation.
Of course, sir. Please, take it. On that note, I must leave you, sir. There is still much to prepare in order to welcome all.
I have a charismatic presence, trusting, diplomat, military.
The guests.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf? Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest. Ah, shit! It's not coming up. I'll never manage it barehanded. I need something to lever it with.
Okay, so we have to find something. I thought there was something else that pinged.
Locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
Keep saying barehanded. Oh, jeez. Okay, so we can't just... Like, we could easily just jump into the water and get up there. But it's not letting us do that. Okay. Right, so I have to find something to open the floorboard and open the gate.
It's like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Around here, oh, rope.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Okay.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Examine the
Let's
letters
look.
one at a time. The envelope that has ideograms.
A letter written in an Oriental language.
Do I have linguistics?
This letter's in Japanese. It's addressed to a certain Kei Shotaro in Tokyo.
Okay, did I just use points for that?
Address is 50 Bedford Square, London. This envelope is meant for the Vatican. This name sounds familiar. Prashi. No, can't seem to place it. An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
I guess we just have to go back through one by one.
Hotel de Cluny, Rue de Mathurin, Paris. I guarantee this letter is for my mother. address is a hideout for the Golden Order. If you write anyone over there, you have to watch out in case someone's reading your mail. But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richet.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You've never talked to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who's this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy, Godoy. Manuel Godoy.
Godoy,
Why does the
Godoy.
name sound so familiar?
Oh, I can use this point for politics.
Ah, it's coming back to me. Godoy is the head of the Spanish government. He was appointed by King Charles IV, if I'm not mistaken. Rumor has it that he's very close to the Queen. Too close. Much too close. But hey, that's none of my business. He has a reputation of being upright and proud, very attached to the aristocracy, and close to Louis XVI. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
We said to find something. Yeah, too close. Oh.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Okay. What's that? Ah.
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy.
Sure, who doesn't want an iron bar to carry around?
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Can we open it? Okay, can't select it. What's that floorboard?
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also
That
a bag.
does it.
The Mysterium
That doesn't seem like the right thing
Cosmographicum.
to say.
I know that book
You
well.
probably open a
Mother
plank.
used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Oh my god, he's got such a thing for his mother. Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. The accessible everyone wants to do during adventures, educate themselves. At the start of each quest, you can choose what to read and gain. Okay. So before I go on a quest, I need to read a book.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder. Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. And the bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last.
Oh, how
2
can you
more
tell that
days.
from just smelling it? Alright. Examine.
Shit, those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins.
That's creepy.
This bag smells of her perfume.
That's
Piece of
even
soap,
creepier.
Some oils and her powder puff. What does all this mean?
Yeah, he gets the age by the smell.
Bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. An iron key completely rusted. You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Oh, how convenient. And a gate just in front of him needs to be opened. Well, I'm not going to take the bag.
That's enough. I think I better leave her bag here. If she hid all this, it's because she thought she might need it later. For crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger.
Oh, of course.
There we are.
Oh.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder.
Okay, so I don't have any signs to look at it.
It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So very odd. And that's not even all I've noticed. But maybe I ought to move on to the manor now.
Just found amber fragments. Pick up 4 of them, increase your effort by 1. Okay.
Amber crystals.
They'll be waiting for me.
A Latin inscription. Annesis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur. You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree. How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Got a bit of a complex.
Whoa. Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your
Yeah.
Eminence?
I wanted to ask you.
I don't think it's going to be that
You are
easy.
the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Okay, what's this? Confrontation. During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontation of consequences on the rest of your story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Okay.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind.
3
I'd
blunders
rather
left.
deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Yeah, she's been here for But obviously, if I just say, never mind, give me the letter, he's not going to give it.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church.
User was moved out of your channel.
It's invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is commendable. But as we work together on a daily
Surely
basis,
that tattoo on
it
his
is
hand
surely
must
just
mean
an
something.
oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Remember. Professional secret. I'll have used 2 skill points then if I say that. I'll have to.
Mother passed her passion for art to me. Ancient art. Very ancient.
I didn't know your mother was an art lover.
Mainly pre-Christian objects which are believed to have unique properties.
Well, how interesting.
Yeah, they're very new sector files.
Now that you mention it, I can indeed imagine Sarah getting interested in that.
Ah, okay, that's
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her.
Why
as soon
would
as
he
I
have a
see her.
tattoo on his palm? There it is again, look.
Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person. And that
Subtle
has
tattoo
always
is not
been
so subtle.
successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Yes, I'll give it to her if I find her. If I find... Ah, okay. You can count on me.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Richet's word with the same fervor.
Fervor?
Expect nothing less. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
For the last step of the confrontation, you must convince the person you're talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until you give. Okay. Okay, no worries. I don't believe in this, God. Promise. Nah, I can't use that because I'll have no more points left. Yeah, I wonder what happened with the bar. This is the only option I can use. Or that. But I'll use all my points.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good.
Jesus, even I wouldn't
Let's
fall
stop
for
there.
that.
I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Richet. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Yeah, fuck you, priest. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure. Do not hesitate to look for them. Okay. So do I look around or do I go over there? Oh. What is that? Devil's Thorn grants you temporary seed immunities. Oh, okay.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
It's a map. Oh.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Flip through it, I can't. Okay. So if I can't flip through it, I'll just take the book. Oh, go wish. How are you supposed to fit a book like that inside your jacket? Yeah, Mr. O, it's like, I suppose it's just a computer game version of Cluedo.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President of the United States of
What?
America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance.
User joined your
Mr.
channel.
President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And
Yeah,
you
'cause you're
haven't
just in
seen
a room with
anything yet.
George Washington.
Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
Whoa, George, that is way, way too personal. Avoid the subject. Okay, it's not going to cost me any points.
No conspiracies on the horizon here, sir. His Eminence was wondering how the devil our dear Mortimer got supplies in.
No, I simply did not deem this subject worthy enough to expose it before everyone.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop.
Oh, he's wearing an
people
Illuminati
stealing left
necklace.
and right around here.
Illuminati confirmed.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this
Wait,
time?
was that a joke?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Riche, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
He is... Oh. To invent something. She's not gonna... Okay.
Lord Mortimer asked me to come as quickly as possible to find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah.
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Oosh. What? When the time limit is over, an answer is automatically selected. What?
Good evening, my friend.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
Ask that man.
Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat. Very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer. So don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already...
Oh, that's Sir Holm, okay.
Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Stay or go. Who wouldn't want to stay and listen to George Washington?
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
Ah, okay.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
And you, Emily, what do you think of my mother?
I only know her through the Order. The one time we met, we only exchanged a few words in a corridor of Parliament.
And was the exchange courteous or impassioned?
I'm not sure if I understand.
Was there any reason for her to be angry with you?
Under other circumstances, I would slap your face for even asking. But I'll put your lack of tact down to her disappearance. Know that your mother is a woman I would love to work with. Her reputation is entirely deserved. Mr. Washington will be able to tell you more.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
How did you come to know her? Okay.
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about?
Do I use up to 2?
So, my mother was with you.
Oh, exhausted. You just encountered an immunity. One effort point is locked. Use the golden elixir.
During the American Revolution. Did you talk about politics?
Yes. In spite of her young age, she defended our cause with enthusiasm.
Did she go to the front line like your famous gunner, Molly Pitcher?
Yes, in a way.
The role given to women in your war was a great step forward.
Me, I'm impressed. Few people know about the legend of Molly, so you don't know the true story. Molly Pitcher is a character invented by Sarah. She persuaded me to use a heroic female figure, an American Joan of Arc, if you will. It enabled us to gain a few thousand extra fighters, and it was all thanks to your mother.
I didn't know that. Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Do the others in the order.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet. But I did find a book that belongs to my mother.
Where did you find it?
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely likely proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Yeah, careful. Shh, 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 shh. What the hell is that?
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
I missed an opportunity, okay.
Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Who's Elizabeth Adams? Daughter of John Adams, vice... Oh my god. Elizabeth was rejected by her parents at birth and declared stillborn. Okay, she's bipolar. Fits of anxiety. Her immunity is logic. His immunity is politics. Etiquette. Right.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room? Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy. Huh, that's me.
Oh.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
Oh, that's clearly a bait to open the letter.
Damn.
Leave it.
Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Biaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Jesus. Carmelite water gives you focused state. Your next skill user. Huh.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented himself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Okay.
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul, like Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Oh, can't unlock it.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Hey, Annual, it's the council. I suppose you could call it like Cluedo. Oh. Oh my god, I can't even reach for it. Agility locked. What else we got? So we're just gonna go to sleep. Okay, so I went up to the manor, I placed together my mother's movements, convinced Piaggio to trust me to think. Oh. I could have joined Sir Home in a small salon. I didn't do that. I could have made an unexpected encounter. That was with Elizabeth Adams. I didn't fail anything. Okay. Oh, 4 points. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read refers to skill points at the end of the quest. Okay. 1 skill point to conviction, 1 to diversion. Okay, I don't have anything for the sciences. Talent unlocked, sober. Nice. He's having another vision.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durishay can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durishay's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen.
Oh,
Please
go away.
forgive me for this late hour.
George
It is
Washington
never too
and
late.
Napoleon.
And we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Okay, so he destroyed a knight. Surely that must mean something.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
How very polite.
I'm coming.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can
I should probably
to
get the
resolve
door.
the case that concerns us.
Yes, George, relax.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Yes.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
No.
No. What's her name again?
Elizabeth Adams. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room.
Oh my
and perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Oh, let's go help him.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Right, off on an adventure we go.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
That's this way. Oh. So we're just going to steal coins off tables, okay. What's the cardinal up to?
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe a Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly.
I know, just like George Washington, Napoleon.
A Frenchman, it seems.
John Adams' daughter.
I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Sounds dangerous, yeah. Why should I be the one to run?
Come on, this guy's a cardinal? Weren't you about to enter the room, Your Eminence?
Oh, no. I was just passing by.
But since I do happen to be here, shall we go in together now?
I'd rather go and find help. It's safer.
Well, let's see. It's always the same ones who get dumped in it.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you. Who do you think you are?
Oh, is this a pirate? Multiple paths. There are multiple paths to reach your objective. It may be a good idea to think twice before embarking on the first path you come to.
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it. What should I do?
Oh, it's too late for these decisions. Let it go, step in. No.
Let her go! Huh? Stay out of it, boy!
Oh, I've unlocked the gentleman trait.
What are you playing at? I
She
told
ran
you to
off.
mind your own business, boy. If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Hit him. Okay, I can't hit him. Intimidate him. Oh, I can't use all three.
You're not back in your slum now. You're in Lord Mortimer's home. I suggest you think carefully about what you're going to do.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
Play along with him. His counting is down. Keep quiet. There's nothing better than a wise word.
I believe in man. From speech comes dialogue. From dialogue, peace is born. And from peace, great destinies flourish.
What the fuck are you talking about? I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look,
That
there's
actually
no
worked.
point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Oh. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Someone threw you off balance. The cost of life points increase. Use golden elixir to cure yourself, okay. Oh shit, what am I supposed where's that elixir? Oh, I don't have anyone. Oh, I can't use this. Can I throw a coin at him? Like, oh.
Aim true. You only get one shot.
At this distance, even a blind man couldn't miss.
If you miss, you're a dead man, sir.
Oh.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon. You got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
Jack Peru. Who the hell is he? I don't see his name. Oh, there he is. Okay.
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing. Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
What's that on the ground? Oh.
Cash.
What is this? Like a mystery game on a side of coin collecting? Oh. More royal jelly.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Oh, I can't unlock it. I can't reach. Oh my god.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Okay, that's not a creepy painting.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Uh-oh. No, now if I need elixir. Okay. Oh, that's just to sit down. Okay. We steal any more books? No. Oh. No, can't do anything there.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Can't go to her room.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
He's bitten the dust. What, I could have killed him. The end has justified him. Jeez.
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do.
There he
you
goes
did the
again, showing
opposite.
off his palm with the tattoo.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? No,
I knew it.
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
User was moved out of your channel.
I knew they were
Here it
baiting
is.
me to open it earlier.
Thank you, my son.
User joined your channel.
Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please, be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
So I found Lady Adam. Oh, what did I? Oh, jeez. I did not detain her. I could have found out something about my mother's past. What were the alternate paths? I could have listened to what Mr. Washington wanted to say about my mother. Okay. I could have found out more about my vision. So I seem to have failed. Detaining her. Okay. Right, so I need stamina. Can I get the stamina? Oh, I need this as well. I need agility. Ecology. I need stamina.
All right. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Cannot be equipped to assemble all the pages. Ah, okay. I'll have to use some of that royal jelly.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Okay.
Writing material.
Well, can't look at it.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William.
Okay.
Bien, monsieur.
Traffic, traffic.
Just if I follow line
Bien,
up
monsieur
shit.
de Richie.
Okay, did I get the key? I think I got the key. It's foggy. Am I supposed to notice something? Some more of that water.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
I'm back in my room. Oh. Can't go that way.
This room looks unoccupied.
Can I go in? No.
Nothing. Devil's Thorn. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
A lot of heavy stuff in this room.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked.
Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
A Voyage Around the World. The travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much.
It is.
I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible.
Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book.
Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
It's locked, of course.
I'm not far from solving the puzzle. I must keep searching.
Can I reach that now? Locked. Oh, so I have to keep searching around the room. Can't reach that.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Yeah, can I unlock? No, can't unlock that either. Ah,
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
What am I supposed to do?
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room? Writing material.
Still not important? Oh. Can't do anything. Can't open that. Did I miss something outside? Can't go to his room. Oh.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message? The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Oh, Jesus. Take the ash. Let's see if that does it. Spread ash, there you go.
Damn, I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. It might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
Okay, so I don't get it. Ah, there you go. You give me an option to use the ink? Yeah, there you go.
Well, so it wasn't that, and I've just stained half the page.
Oh, shit.
Ink is always used to write a message, never to reveal one. I must find something else.
Yeah, what's going on?
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
I thought heat brings out the ink. So what am I missing?
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Okay.
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richet, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it.
Okay.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
Oh. What did I pick up? No. Let me see if I can. No, can't leave. Okay, it has to be outside somewhere. Nothing. Oh.
This room looks unoccupied.
Oh.
Nothing. I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Still can't do it. No, I need to select. Oh. Ah, here we go. I knew watching National Treasure would pay off.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the
There
message.
you go.
Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable.
Damn it.
Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Hang on, I only just woke up. How are they serving dinner?
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests. Duke Manuel Godoy.
Somebody brushing. Huh.
Might be better to take a different stairway. That must be the door to the room of the soldier, Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Oh, can I go into Bonaparte's room? Ah.
Sir Jacques Perru.
Half-circle shaped key.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
More elixir. It's down this way. Can't go
Sir Johann van Vulner.
Okay, seems like I can't climb steps. It's fine. I'll just head downstairs.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not
Dignity?
worried about Jacques Peru.
Well, it's the only thing I can do.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me. You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Oh.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Am I missing something?
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
4 5
Elizabeth, confiding in me might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself? Do you really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back, or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person, and I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you.
Last chance.
Some people care about you, don't they?
Her sister.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me.
Aww.
I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Hey, chat Marco's phone.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
What can you tell me about a host? What can you tell me about the guests? I was wondering if you could help me out.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Oh, I can't do anything, okay.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help sir in any other way?
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holm, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does sir have any more questions?
I thought they all just went in there.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Who does not know of her, sir?
Huh. Peru looks totally out of place here. He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
What do you want to know?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
A Prussian-Britannic coalition is not good for France. The last time we fought against them, our empire went up in smoke.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favorite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Thank you, Melon.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Show us your
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Oh, dear.
What do you think of Volner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Be careful. Volner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
Geez, Bonaparte looks like he's
Have you any
hungover.
information on this Napoleon?
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
You're welcome, George, no worries.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Please, feel at home.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis.
I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply
User was
sorry
moved out of
about
your
her
channel.
disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, great confrontation with the
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about, and I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Traffic. Let the people be free. Oh, I know he doesn't want the monarchy. I have the politics.
It's time for Girondins and Montagnard to come together at last and give rise to a republic worthy of all the spilled blood. Both parties must put an end to their petty quarrels for the good of all.
You must be joking, my friend. Neither side will ever accept the advice of the other. It's simply a lost cause.
There needs to be a counter-revolutionary. Well, he definitely won't want that, so it has to be...
Let the people make their own choices.
You are joking, The people are simply not capable of taking charge, don't you see? They are an uneducated mob who react on the spur of the moment, incapable of providing a coherent vision for the good of the country. I think there must be a misunderstanding.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
Yeah, Louis.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please.
Cheers for fellow Irish Twitch streamers, appreciate it.
Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
Here,
I trust
George.
You
Well
should
said.
not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Oh. Ah.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
I definitely missed out a lot of that. Could have searched her room, could have searched Napoleon's room, but I couldn't. What do I need to work on? I need... Yeah, I need to open that. So I've left 2. Manipulation, occultism. I need the agility. And conviction.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Where all eyes size you up. Just jump off now. No. Oh, here we go again.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
Where all eyes size you up.
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Right. So we'd head to the gallery. Oh. More coins. Key with an occult symbol. Oh, I can unlock now, yeah.
Amber crystals.
Nice. Actually. Where we fill them up. Whoa. Jeez.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
How How can someone have this many books? This is just beyond believable. He's got a missile silo size library.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Oh, just the 3 of them done. $150 academic scholars. Okay. Yeah, and it's a young lieutenant. But I failed to convince him of my legitimacy.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now? Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Oh, there's George. I need to look at around here.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
Don't worry, Louis, it means nothing to me either. Okay, well, that was interesting.
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples. A song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by their ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything. Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael. A fragment of amber.
Can't use it though, can I?
The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning by his father Apollo for borrowing his chariot and losing amber crystals. Moral, The Company by Rembrandt.
Is that Cromwell?
A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting.
Not a coin.
Christ Crucified by Velázquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alcudia.
Don't know who he is. Can I not go? No, can't go. No, can't go outside.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Medusa. Hey Nathan, how you doing?
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Okay, so they all need to face her. Maybe. Rotate, yeah. Towards the lantern. Towards the sword.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else. The mechanism is worn here. Whenever the shield is not turned toward the sword, the machinery freezes up. The statue must have been in this position most of the time, betrayed by the marks of time. So that makes it easy. The shield must face the sword.
Swords. No. Oh, it's way too late at night to be trying to figure this out. fine. No. Maybe.
The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon, the Medusa.
So while some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes. Okay. So face the other two away and the sword towards. Wasn't that it?
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon, the Medusa.
Oh, I don't know what that means. He's facing... The statue of the sword is facing the Medusa.
The mechanism is worn here. Whenever the shield is not turned toward the sword, the machinery freezes up. The statue must have been in this position most of the time, betrayed by the marks of time. So that makes it easy. The shield must face the sword.
Anyway, guys, it's getting late, so I'm gonna pause it there. As always, cheers for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Good night.